Now, this next act coming out is a father and son act, and when they get out here, you won't have a bit of trouble telling which one is which. Because the old man has been a part of the Renfro Valley family for 50 years. 50 years, can you imagine that? Well, you can when you see him. I'm going to get them out here because together they really put you on the show. Old Joe Clark and his son Terry, let's get them out here right now.
It's hard, it's got the dying quivers, ain't it? But now you all can rest. You'll go outside and waller. Would you like to raise a hog that big right there? Old and shiny. Them old cheap flashlights, they ain't worth a hoot tonight, are they? Going out fast, they click 'em.
I said you're feeling good.
Well, I ain't been feeling too well. We got a fine audience tonight, ain't we?
We got a barn full in here
I
tonight.
want you to look at the pretty women. Mercy.
You like pretty women, don't you?
Oh, honey, if there's anything in this world that I love any better than a woman, it's a bunch of them. Oh, how I love it. Back in my days, I used to be called Romeo and Juliet.
I don't doubt that, man.
Yes, sir.
How'd you get too old for girls, though?
You never get too old for nothing, you just slow down. I can still do everything I used to, it just takes 2 trips for me now. I'm an old rooster, but I'm game.
Been around the barnyard too long.
Yes,
that's no problem.
Well, I'll tell you what, I ain't felt good for 3 days yesterday and tomorrow.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I don't know. I eat well and sleep well, but ain't got no desire for work. So I belong to the bunch out of Washington, no. Mercy, I ain't gonna stop to think of that pack up there this time. They've worried me till I don't even care no more. I'll tell you what, this year, this allergy stuff, I reckon it's always been around.
Oh, it's a bad time of the year for allergies.
Yes, sir, it's just about got me. It's busted all 3 of my lungs. Now, you know I live out in the country. I get up in the morning daylight, and I got me a new set of teeth, nice and tickled up.
Yeah, I know, I heard about that.
Yes, sir, I don't have to rub my nose nearly off it eating corn now. The old lady told me she wanted me wearing my teeth, and my nose was wearing my chin out. You'd think I'm lying, but I'm telling the damn truth. But anyhow, I was kind of proud of my teeth. But I went out the other morning, it was kind of dark and dreary, raining, you know, a little. And I sneezed and coughed at the same time. Both of them flew out. And where they went, I wouldn't go after them. But I thought, well, now I'll tell you, I ain't got time to go to the tooth doctor no more, so I'll go get me some.
Did you go get you another pair?
Yeah, that fella got barrels of them up here, the undertaker in town. The ones left, them ain't gonna use them. Because they ain't coming back after them. And I got an upper and a lower set that was good.
They fit together pretty good?
Well, not too good, but they do work. The lowers belongs to an old maid school teacher, and the uppers is a holiness preacher. And I can't get them together to save my life. They keep backing off. And my old lady, anything that they're selling on TV, she buys it. I sent her to the store to get me some of that heifer grill.
Heifer grill?
Yeah. Well, I didn't put my glasses on yesterday morning to see what was in that tube. I thought that's what it was, and I squirted it on my teeth, put them in my mouth, and shut my mouth down. Good God Almighty, I thought my gallbladder was busted. It wasn't what I thought it was. Did Indians ever taste preparation age? It'll never be popular around the mouth, I can tell you that right now. We're awful glad to have you wonderful folks with us tonight. We've got all kinds of things going on out here at the road. We've got a restaurant, fine sandwiches over there, wildcat on toast and corn liver and fruit jar.
No, they ain't got that. No, I ordered some of that a while ago, and they said you ate it all.
I probably did wade in on it.
They got some good stuff to eat over there.
Yeah, well, we've got some stores around here. We got a little feller that makes candy, and he preaches a little too.
Yeah.
And then he'll marry you if you
Oh,
want.
he's married up a bunch of them. I think all of them took, too.
What about that? So you folks just make yourself at home and get you one of them pretty books the boys and girls let me have the front pages type. We'll sign it after a while. What are we going to do today?
Let's do no mountain ballad.
Yeah, render one.
We'll jerk the Lord out of one.
All right.
Let you pick it. What do you want to do?
Let's do Lonesome Road Blues.
That's good. Don't you get away now. You come on back out here, you and Terry. Yeah, you all come on back out here. Joe, you all come on back out. Okay. Because we've got a little celebration, a little special recognition planned for you. Just have a seat right there. You've earned it. Sit and rock for a while. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah. Well, we've got a little special recognition planned for you tonight, and I think it's well deserved. And not many entertainers ever reach this point, but you have, and we honor you tonight, every one of us in this building. And one of Kentucky's great senators, Senator Mitch McConnell, is here to say hello to you. The senator's coming on stage right now. Senator?
Well, old Joe, on behalf of all the people of Kentucky who've enjoyed your music for 50 years, and all the people around the country who come in here, I just wanted to come by and thank you for 50 years of great entertainment. We all appreciate it, don't we?
wind up like this.
This is the beginning of 50 more years, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, old father. Great job.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you so much. And the congressman from our home district here, the Honorable Hal Rogers, is here to shake your hand and say hello as well.
I would not have missed this 50th anniversary of Old Joe Clark for anything in the world. I represent this great congressional district here, including Rockcastle County, and live next door. Before that, I was Commonwealth's attorney for this county. And Old Joe Clark served on our juries. He was a stalwart citizen of this great county and our area. And he taught us all a lot of wonderful lessons. I remember one lesson he taught me. Joe, you remember this. He said, "Cowboys don't squat when they're wearing spurs." He said, "Always drink upstream from the herd." But what a magnificent record this is. 50 years on this stage. Joe, we're so proud of you. I've worked with you for years and years. I've known you for the last 30. Not the 50, but the 30. We're so proud of you. Next week in the Congressional Record, there will appear a tribute to Old Joe Clark that I'm going to send you a copy of.
Bless your heart. Thank you.
And he'll be known to the world, as he already is. Congratulations, and another 50 for you.
You've been wrote up in a whole lot of places, but I didn't expect you to be wrote up in the Congressional Record.
I'm telling you, the only one you missed out is on my mother-in-law.
But Joe, there's another friend here that wants to greet you. You've known him for a long time. The former mayor of Lexington, Kentucky, and now United States Congressman from this district. I want you to say howdy to Congressman Scotty Bass.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate having an opportunity to come and honor Joe. You know, all of us want to make a difference in somebody's life. If you've been a humorist like Joe for 50 years, he's made a difference in a whole lot of lives. But let me tell you how I remember him one time. Y'all don't know this, but sometime Joe used to run a store. And I went in that store one time, and on the little floor was a little bowl, and I said, "I'd like to buy that bowl." I thought to myself, it's a little antique bowl, my wife wanted it. And I went up to Joe and I said, "Joe, can I buy you a bowl?" He said, "No, I don't want to sell it." Now Joe was trying to outsmart me. But I said, "Well, I gotta have it." About that time, a cat came through the screen door, one of Joe's cats. It came through the screen door, and Joe took his old jug of milk out, poured it in the bowl, and the cat started drinking. And I thought to myself, I'm gonna outsmart Joe. I gave you $25 for that cat, Joe. He said, "No." I gave you $50, Joe. He said, "No." I said, well, finally I thought to my God, outsmarted. "Joe, I'll give you $100 for that cat." Joe said, "You sure?" And I said, "Oh, yeah, I'm sure." Okay, he said, "Give me the 100. So I gave old Joe the 100 and looked at him and I said, "Joe, now throw in your bowl now. I've already bought your cat." "No, come on, Joe, throw in your bowl." And Joe looked at me and said, "No, you know, that's my lucky bowl. I've sold over 25 cats with that bowl, you know." Serious note, we all appreciate people who make us feel good. We all appreciate who make us laugh. And Joe's done that over 50 years, and I think all of us in this part of Kentucky and throughout the world appreciate what he's done, and we look forward to even more appreciation in the next several years. Congratulations.
And being the big blue fans that we are, one of the boys on the show pointed out that I shouldn't overlook the fact that Scotty Bassler played basketball under Adolph Rudd, too. That's one good accomplishment. Now, Joe, there's a whole lot of other folks that couldn't be here in person, but they want to be a part of this 50th anniversary celebration, just like the ones of us that are here. So, why don't you and Terry go out there where you're not used to being, out there in the paying section of this building, and take a seat. And the rest of it will continue. Terry, you know where to take him on out down there. Because we want to continue with this tribute. And folks, old Joe now doesn't know this. Yeah, go ahead, Joe. Yeah. Old Joe doesn't know about this, but his family, his wife, and his children, his grandchildren, great-grandchildren, some of his other kin folks and friends and brothers and so forth are down there waiting for him and Terry to join them. And I'm going down to join the rest of the performers up here. And I want to direct all of your attention to the video screen on the wall up there. And this tribute will continue as we see the recorded tribute of some of Joe's friends that couldn't be with us in person tonight. This special video was prepared in his honor, so let's continue from there.
Joe, there were some folks who wanted to be here for the festivities tonight that couldn't be present, but they sent their warm wishes anyway. We're going to start right here in the state of Kentucky with a fellow I believe that everyone knows.
Hello to old Joe Clark. I can remember as a young boy listening to you and the barn dance on the radio at home in Lawrence County. If I weren't on a trip representing Kentucky and Japan, I'd certainly be in Renfro Valley to meet you and personally thank you for all the joy you brought to me and my family and thousands of other people. Thanks for 50 years of being an ambassador of goodwill and entertainment for the Renfro Valley in Kentucky. You and the Renfro Valley Barn Dance are a part of the rich heritage of this state. I hope this half-century has filled you with as much pleasure and enjoyment as you provided for me and all of your audiences. Joe, I wish you many more years at Renfro Valley.
Another little gentleman that you had the pleasure of working with that I believe you're going to recognize.
Well, honey, this is the little tater. And I just want to say that some of the most enjoyable tours that I've ever made in my lifetime were done with you, old Joe Clark. And you're a credit to the industry and to country music, and we love you. Congratulations on 50 years in Renfro Valley.
Here's a couple of brothers that I know you've spent a lot of time around in the bluegrass business.
Joe, it's Sonny Osborne of the Osborne Brothers, and it's indeed a pleasure to be here with you on your special night. You've been an inspiration to a lot of us in this business, most of us in this business. You've seen a lot of things come and go. You and Terry have always been some of my favorite people, and you've got a banjo that I would just love to have. Maybe one of these days I can talk Terry out of it or whatever. But you know what, Joe? At your age, you really ought to watch yourself and take good care of yourself, and you need to cut down on that profanity. You really need to do that, Joe, and quit cussing. All right? You old
Joe, this is the other half of the Osborne Brothers. I'm Bobby, as you well know, and I remember hearing you here on the Grand Old Opry with Bill Monroe and also in Renfro Valley many, many times, and I've known you for a long, long time. One of the greatest guys that I've got ever known, and I just want to wish you many, many more anniversaries in show business, and I'm also wishing you number 50. And good luck to you. Bye-bye.
And here's some more brothers that you had the pleasure of working with their father many years ago, as well as them.
Hey, Joe, this is the Reno brothers. Boy, we've had one of the busiest years of our career, as you can see. We like to wish you a happy 50th.
Hey, happy 50.
Congratulations, Uncle Joe. We love you, brother. We was going to give you this hammock, but we can see that you're never going to retire, so I think I'll keep it myself.
We'll use it.
We'll see you later.
Joe, this next gentleman is one of your biggest fans, and he insisted on not being left out of the festivities. Music critic and country music historian Robert K. Orman.
You know what country music's lost today is the sense of characters. We have all kinds of people who make perfect music and who have perfect hairdos and are nice little suburban boys and girls, but we don't have that sense of characters. And Joe Clark, you am one, buddy. When I visited the Renfro Valley Barn Dance, I really felt when I was hanging backstage with you that I was with my best uncle, somebody who really cared, and he treated me really nice. And there are so few people today whose history goes back to Medicine Joe days and the way they used to make country music movies and the way country music used to be. They threw away the mold when they made you, buddy. Congratulations, pal.
A gentleman who wanted to send his well wishes.
Oh, Joe, I'm doing this for old Joe Clark. This is Bill Carlisle. I guess you already know that. I'm wishing you a happy anniversary at the Renfro Valley. For 50 years you've been there. I guess you know that too. And I'll see you later, honey. Bye.
Here's another fella who wanted to send his congratulations. He's fondly referred to in the country music field as Grandpa.
Oh, old Joe Clark, my goodness, I'm glad you got an anniversary. And I'm gonna come up there and I'm gonna learn all of your tunes. And no, thank you. I really think you good, and you deserve every bit of everything you get. Thank you so much, and we'll see you again.
Everyone knows who this next fella is, and he certainly wanted to congratulate you also.
Hi everybody, this is Porter Wagoner, backstage at the Grand Old Opry. I want to say congratulations to a great man, a great showman, and congratulations to old Joe Clark. 50 years, buddy, that's a long time. 50 more happy ones.
Last but not least, a fella everyone's going to recognize that you had the pleasure of working with several times throughout your career.
Well, hi, everybody. I'm here in Nashville thinking about old Joe Clark. You know, I met Joe in 1963 when we were making a movie called Country Music on Broadway. It was a movie financed by Audrey Williams, Mrs. Hank Williams, Sr., and it was a movie to launch the career of a very young Hank Williams, Jr. And we shot the movie in Nashville, pretending to be on Broadway in New York. And interestingly, I'm going to show you a picture here, a scene from the movie where I'm talking to old Joe Clark. Now, I'll tell you what the scene was about. This and other scenes similar to this was about the fact that I was the MC of the show. I sort of ran this big production, this show. Old Joe Clark would come up to me backstage, and he was asking for a shot in the show. Could he be on? And I kept saying things like, well, not now, Joe, and I kept putting him off. And I never did put him on, not on the show in the movie. Now, this was all scripted, okay? This was part of the movie. At the same time, I was playing records all night at WSM Radio, and our signal certainly reached easily into eastern Kentucky. And those people up there got mad at me because I wouldn't let Joe into the show. You follow me so far? They would call me and they wrote to me protesting about the way I had treated Joe in the movie Country Music on Broadway. Joe and I were actually following the script. He was in the movie, he just wasn't in the show that the movie was about. I got a big kick out of that, and I hope that subsequently my explanations were good enough to satisfy all those people. I haven't seen you in a long time, Joe. I want to join your many friends in wishing you the best. You can be on one of my shows anytime.